Hello, everybody. This is Etienne Marceau with the Sports Inquirer, and welcome to another edition of Backdoor Cut. We're going to be hearing from Atlanta Hawks guard Trae Young as the team prepares for the start of its regular season in a few days. Before we get to that, as always, to follow everything that we do, head to the mothership, thesportsinquirer.net, premier site for news and notes in the world of sports. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, including YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. So YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and more. Just go ahead and look us up on there, and you'll be able to see everything that we have going on. So as I mentioned, the Atlanta Hawks are preparing for the start of their regular season in a few days. In fact, it takes place on October 22nd when they host the Toronto Raptors. Before that takes place, we were able to attend the presser of guard Trae Young as the team prepares for the season. He starts off discussing his teammate Keaton Wallace getting a full-term contract with the Hawks in the NBA, and just other news and notes and things going on with the Hawks as they get ready for the upcoming season. Let's hear from Trae. Enjoy.
It's well deserved first and foremost. I mean, that's my guy. So, I mean, him being from Dallas, super close to where I'm from, we know a lot of people. We know how talented a lot of people in our area are, and how it's not easy to be in the position that we are. So, I'm very happy for him and grateful that he's a part of my team because he works really hard and he deserves everything that he's getting right now for sure.
What do you think the biggest difference will be on the floor because of the new parts once you get it going for real?
What's the question? What's the question again?
The biggest difference on the floor for you guys because of the new pieces?
I think it's a lot of differences. Everybody brings a different type of skill set that we can hopefully take advantage of, and I mean that's the cool part about it is that everybody brings something different. Like they bring something new, and not speaking about my teammates in the past, but they just bring a lot of different things that we may not necessarily have had, and spacing is going to be a lot better. So I feel like that's going to be a plus for sure.
How long does the chemistry take with some of the new guys like Luke and Kristaps and those guys who need the ball and need some shots? Like, how quickly can you find that chemistry from practice to?
I mean, you hope it clicks right away. I mean, only the man above knows how it's going to go, but I feel like the chemistry that we have on the court, I mean, didn't resemble our last preseason game at all. And so, but that's part of it, man. I think it's exciting that we have some really tough games to begin with too that can really test where we are. And I mean, everybody's at the same spot right now. Everybody's kind of going through some similar stuff that we are, so we can't feel sorry for ourselves. And right now we're all healthy, so that's the exciting part too for me. So who knows how long it'll take. Hopefully it's game one that it looks really, really good, and we keep going from there. But it's not going to be perfect throughout the season, even if it is game one. So, but yeah, hopefully it is that.
You've got a tough job, you've got a lot of mouths to feed out there, but also go and get your own as well. I mean, even that sort of stuff. Do you work on that like here, or is that something you're sort of waiting for the games to start to sort of know who needs the ball early and who needs it?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of learning throughout practice, and for me, sometimes I kind of like tend to overpass, and that's where I get turnovers, and instead of being aggressive and looking for my shot like I may have in the past. And so I think that's a different approach I may take this year, and who knows how the game is going to reveal itself, and I'll play within the game even more now, just even more experience. I know the game's going to be even more slow for me, so I don't need to force anything, force to get my teammates involved. It's going to just happen naturally. Everything I do really can just come naturally.
In the fourth quarter of that Houston game, Zach played a lot more with the ball in his hands. First season he's on the baseline in the corners, but in that fourth quarter he's making decisions, he's working with the ball. When he does that, what changes? Like, what does he have to figure out as he goes through this?
I mean, for him, being a taller guy and being kind of slighter thin a frame, guys are just going to get under him and kind of just be physical with him. I think him being 19 last year, I think he just turned 20. So, yeah, he's 20 now. He's still young, man. And I think over time he's going to continue to get stronger and with the ball in his hands. I don't think he's ever really been a guy that, even before he got here, was a guy with the ball in his hands a lot. I think he was always the kind of guy in transition, running, getting rebounds, and that's what made him who he was. And so I'm not saying that he won't ever be that, because I think he can. I think you see flashes of his handle and things like that, but it's always off a catch, and I think that's that's a step in the right direction too, because I don't think he was doing that very much last year. And if we get that from him this year, we're going to be even better than what we were last year for sure.
With how defenses sort of pick you up so far down the court and with them doubling you and just looking at you in different ways, how does having guys like Luke and Nikhil and even Kristaps sort of open up or take pressure off of you as a playmaker or ball handler?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the name of the game is being able to have somebody out there that can draw to and create an advantage. And so being able to, I mean, I know I'm going to get doubled still. I know I'm going to have two people on me, but just knowing whoever I throw it out to is going to be even, I mean, just as dangerous to score, especially in a 4-on-3 on the backside is very important and is very good. And then you may not necessarily see as many doubles throughout the game or guys picking me up as much throughout the games. So I mean, that's the good part about having the guys that we've added, and they're all aggressive and they all bring something special to the table.
You mentioned age. Only a few years ago, you were a rookie coming into the league, and now you're a vet. You're not saying that you're old, but you mentioned someone beats it. Like you mentioned some younger guys. You're not that old, but how's that role changed for you? Just the evolution from first year, now you're entering another NBA season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think just the more experience that you get each year, the more your voice can grow, and the more you're able to speak, and people understand that you come from something and you have experience in it, and it's not just you just saying it. So I think that's the biggest difference for me being a rookie and being now going into my 8th year. I think I had just much more respect from everybody around me, and they know when I speak I'm coming from a place and we're just trying to win, and they know what it is. So I think that's the best part about being a vet and the difference between being a rookie.
Is the anticipation level still high for opening day, or do you still get that excitement to the start of the year?
For sure. It's like the first day of school every year, and to be honest, I'm happy. Not every year we get to play at home, so this is exciting that we got our first game here at home, and it's not always the easiest though. Having it at home, you got a lot of pressure to make sure you put on a show for the fans and get a win. Most importantly, so but it's exciting to be able to have it here in the A, and I know our team is ready just to get it going.
All right, and that was Trae Young from the Atlanta Hawks talking about the start of the regular season taking place in a few days by the time you listen or watch this, or maybe after the regular season opener took place. It happens on October 22nd. The team hosts the Toronto Raptors. So very interested. I was one to ask about him entering his 8th season in the NBA. That's pretty wild when you consider, remember when he was drafted and came into the league and all the ups and downs and things he's had with the Hawks from struggles to making the Eastern Conference Finals a few years ago, rebuilds, different coaches. He's seen a lot. But you can just tell kind of a peace and tranquility with probably the most talented on paper roster that he's had with the Hawks. As far as teammates go, and then you look at the entire Eastern Division. We'll have to do a preview of the NBA sooner rather than later on our site. Be on the lookout for that. But the Hawks should be a playoff team in the Eastern Conference and even maybe a top 4 seed. Aspirations of that. But this should be a solid team this year. And obviously happy for his teammate Keaton getting that contract, and so very positive here from that as well. But we're looking forward to seeing the Hawks this year and everything that happens with them as we get ready for the upcoming season. As always, thanks for listening and watching this latest edition of Backdoor Cut. You can always head to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook under Etienne Marcel 2 or the Sports Inquirer. And you can also go to our audio and video hosts, including YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and more. Until next time, good fight, good night, and be safe.